How we doing, everybody? When you look around here, we don't see any snow because the last 2 days we've had snow. And yes, I'd really rather be planting corn or doing some tillage work, and we're going to pull in the driveway here and I'm going to show you what they brought me to do a little bit of tillage work with. And what that is there is a New Holland T8 410. And I think that means it's got 410 engine horsepower. So we're going to get out here and we're going to check it out. Apple Farm Service got a hold of me. Really last year we were supposed to do this in the fall. And as soon as we got finished harvesting, it started raining and we never had a chance to really do any tillage work or anything like that. So set it up with Matt from Apple this year, and they had this 410 sitting there on their lot, and they just brought it up to me. So let's get out and check it out. Also, we're trying our microphones again. Last video we put on there said we were using our microphones. They weren't working. We didn't have something set up right, but Kylie thinks she has it figured out now, so if we do, we do. If we don't,
maybe
that's
next
the way
time.
it is. But pretty impressed with this tractor here. Now, I've not been around many 400 horsepower front wheel assist tractors. Ours is right at 200 horsepower that we have, and there's a huge difference between a 200 horsepower and a 400 horsepower tractor on just the steel that's in them and how they're built. Of course, you can see this thing's got duals on the front of it. It's got some type of suspension on the front. I don't really know for sure all about it, but it's got some shock absorbers in here and some big metal pieces that come clear back here on the frame of the tractor. But yeah, she's a chunk of steel, that's for sure. A big tractor too. I mean, it's got 50-inch wheels on it, 50-inch tires on it. That's a heck of an axle right there. The diameter on that is pretty awesome. So, gotta remember, guys, I am not a New Holland person. Yes, I do have a New Holland tractor for my loader, but it's going to be really fun and really nice doing a review on this tractor coming from a John Deere guy. Now, I don't bleed green, but I really do like John Deere equipment. So come on around here, we'll check some things out. Got a heck of a 3-point hitch on this thing, built solid as Sears it looks like, and very heavy duty. So while we're right here, I'm going to show you what they brought me to pull. This is a Turbo Max made by Great Plains. It does need new cutters on it, but for what we're going to do with it, it's going to be great. It's 30 foot wide, and what this machine does here is it's not a deep tillage tool, but what we're going to do is we're going to run this over some corn stalks, and we're also going to run it over some bean stubble. And we're going to have all kinds of video doing this. So I'll get out better and explain to you and show you what it's doing when we're actually running it in the field. Now, if we can keep it from snowing or raining for like 2 or 3 days, we'll have this thing in the field and we'll be raring to go with it. But it's got all kinds of harrow-like things on the back of it. It's all fully adjustable when you're driving it across the field. It's going to be a fun tool to run. We have run one of these before, but we ran the international version of it, and we kind of thought that it left the field rough. Right out here in the field behind us, I ran it for about 30 or 40 acres out there, and that's been 3 or 4 years ago, and I can still tell where we ran that tool out there when we harvest. I can still tell where we ran it. But no, it's going to be a beast. Real interested in running this thing. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's climb up in it and check it out. I can get in and out of this tractor myself too. I almost did fall off the step opening the door. You're up in the air in this thing. So we'll see if I can do it here. Pretty sure I can. If I can't do it the first time, I'll know I'll get it the second time. Almost lost my balance. But it's the second time I've done this. So, and two, I need a dog collar on there so I can grab it with my mouth and just go ahead and open it. But it isn't my tractor, so leather seat, pretty cool. Climb on in here and close the door. When you look out over the hood, it's got a heck of a wide hood on it.
Check that out. Hi.
Hi. But like I say, I haven't been around many 400 horsepower front wheel assist tractors. So we'll go ahead and turn the key on and fire it up. Get the computer booted up.
Smells good in here.
Wait on the computer to boot up here.
Wow, this thing is fancy.
It is. And you can turn it on, and down here where the tachometer is on the dash, you can turn a camera on that points right out of the front of this thing, and you can see. I don't know why we have one pointing out the front when you got this awesome windshield to look out of. There is also a camera that shoots out the back, and there. You can see my truck.
That's pretty cool.
Screens for different things. I haven't really figured it all out yet because we haven't been in it a lot. It's been here, and of course it had snow all over it for 2 days. But when you get into your GPS stuff and your auto steer, that's what this dash is, or this run 3 is here. There shows the tractor sitting in the field. But we do not have the globe that goes on top to run the GPS stuff, so I'm gonna have to go back to the old school way and steer it myself. All kinds of different buttons to push in here. It's pretty cool. There's the rear camera.
Huh.
It's pretty cool. Don't know what this stuff is. This must be all part of the GPS stuff. But and then there's all kinds of buttons over here to push. Lots and lots of them. But throttle here. Hydraulics are these levers right here. They're supposed to be sending some, Matt from Apple said they were going to send somebody out to show me what all the buttons do. And it's, like I say, it's sat here. I did take it out and made a circle right here in the pasture and brought it back and parked it. And that's basically about what we've done with it. You know, it hadn't been fit to do anything. As soon as it's fit, though, it's going to be in the fields. I need 3 days, I think, without rain. And if it's supposed to warm up today, it's supposed to be even warmer tomorrow. Wind's supposed to blow today. Wind's supposed to blow tomorrow. I think it's supposed to rain the day after tomorrow, but there's a slight chance. And we're just going to have to see how things go. But really interested in running this thing. It's going to be a lot of fun. I know it's going to turn a lot of heads just because everybody knows I'm a John Deere person and we have a BlueTractor on the farm, and pretty cool. I think it's going to be just great. So be looking for the review coming out and just seeing it in the field, and we're all interested in running it and seeing how it's going to go. So all right, steering wheel goes up, and I guess the windshield wiper works too. Oh, it's got foot throttle down here. It's pretty cool.
Oh, sweet.
Pretty cool. So there it is, everybody, the big T8 410. It's going to be a lot of fun to run it. I'd like to thank Apple Farm Service again for bringing it out, and basically just going to let me play with it for a while. And I'm just think it's going to be pretty cool. We'll get some good video of it, and like I say, we're going to run it in corn stalks and in bean stubble, and yeah, so be waiting on the video.
Cool. Woo.
Yes. Yard's really growing, so it's time to get a mower out. So we're gonna get the zero-turn mower out. Cannon went out and tried to start it, and it wouldn't start the other day, so we gotta get it running, get it in the garage, and we're gonna get it serviced up. Oh, and I love my new truck. I think we have 600 miles on it now.
Jeez, she's getting old.
Yes. Now, will this thing start if you're not sitting on the seat?
Jumper. I don't know. What was that? Backfire?
Started. I'm impressed.
That's not looking at me at all.
Well, you got it tilted forward so far. Zero turn expert.
Where do you want it?
Back up there.
Why does it do that?
I don't know. Got my good battery charger out here now. It's actually the best one I got here. Just a cheap little generic one. I think that came from Walmart about 20 years ago. The other one, the smart charger that I dread, it can just sit in the corner. Now we'll just see if it's working. Now that I just talked it up, it probably won't be, but it is. There it is. All right, it's the next day, and it rained overnight. We didn't get a big rain, but I think we got a couple tenths, and I think it'll dry off pretty quick, but I just don't know if you guys realize how hard it is having a brand new 400 horsepower tractor sitting in my driveway with a Turbo Max on the back of it, and it's still too muddy to run it. So we're going to be in the shop. We're going to dink with the mower here just a little bit more. We're not going to change the oil yet in it. We're going to mow the yard with it first, then we'll pull it in and drain the oil when it's good and hot. So battery charger's been on here. Unplugged it overnight and turned it back on this morning. Battery seems to be charged up real well, and we're going to go ahead and unhook it. Get it unhooked here and then see how this lasts. I don't know how old the battery is, but hopefully it'll hold a charge for this year anyway. Almost bought a battery at John Deere yesterday, but decided we'd see how this one works.
Well, it actually died on us last year too, so we might need a new one.
It did, about October. But we didn't really use this mower a lot. It like got started and stopped and started and stopped, and I don't know, we only mowed the yard with it 3 or 4 times. Because I mowed it with the mower I like to drive, because I like to mow grass. So we gotta get some air in the front tires, check the oil, get some grease in the deck bearings, and then we're gonna roll with her and let her mow. So I'm gonna actually use one of my old desk chairs here. Now I did open up the book last night to see how much air goes in these tires here, and the only thing I found was it told how to change the tires. So we're going to guesstimate and just put some air in them. Good enough. Who she's for. We now have air.
All right.
The valve cap back on there. Being we only have 3 grease fittings to grease, we're going to use the big Lock and Luber thing. This thing was sent to me by Lock and Lube. It's the G gun. It's freaking awesome.
You gonna pump it or you want me to?
Go ahead and give her one. It's good.
That's all it needs?
Nope, because I didn't have it on the grease fitting. And there it is. All right, let's check the oil in her, since we didn't do that before we fired it up in the barn. And then we're going to be good to go for Kylie to mow.
I'm ready. Barely.
We are exactly on full.
All right.
So we are good to go. So on that note, since it's such a nice day out, I believe I'm going to go to town and eat with some friends of mine. Probably going to call it a day for the rest of the day. It's almost noon. So we'll see how things turn out. But I don't believe we're going to be doing any farm work for several more days. Last year, like I said, we had quite a bit of stuff planted by now. But this year we don't have anything in the ground, and I'm kind of glad because of the cold, crappy weather we've had. 53, 4 degrees somewhere around right now. It's supposed to be in the mid-60s today. So should do some drying. The rain's supposed to be over for the day, so should do some drying today. If I can get a good drying day tomorrow, we may be running the new tractor a little bit. So, but I'd like to thank everybody for watching, and appreciate all the support you guys give us, and appreciate you following along. Appreciate all the new subscribers that we've gotten. Quite a few in the last several days. So real happy with that, and thanks for watching, guys. We really appreciate it. Wonder if I can pick this up.
Sure you can.
If I can get it back in there where it needs to go.
You can do it.
Kick my shoe off again. Tell you what, guys, it'll be really nice when summer gets here because I can get back into flip-flops again. Yes, they are awesome.
Here we go.
There it is.